you get covered in spiders, like thousands and thousands of spiders, apparently. So Rekieta, going back a bit, says Wednesday plans. Hey guys, I was going to do a stream last night, but I fell asleep at like 10 p.m. This is probably because I got jealous of Lady Rekieta's new ink and got some for myself. Taking the kiddos to a birthday party that, in proper fashion, will take all day, and then I will stream tonight. We're going to have to cover this Andrew Wilson versus Stu Peters debacle that happened, as well as Candace Owens and her explosive video. Well, it sounds like a Jeremy post. Now, some people are, but first of all, this is pretty cringe. He's like, oh, my wife got a tattoo. I took her to the tattoo convention and she got the tattoo bull hit struck again. But I got to get one myself. Now, some people are saying it's this tattoo. I don't know if it is or not, but there's a few little fun details here. If this is Nick's tattoo, then this is his third flower tattoo. But very fun. You've got like, I think it's like Liberta up here because he's a Liberty maxing, but it's in the colors of Jamaica. There's fun little details. Now, there was a post on the Kiwi Farms by Rodeo Roadrunner. This is a fun one, actually. What do you guys think about this? My theory is that Nick and Kayla went to the tattoo convention thinking that they would run into April again. They would use this opportunity to try and get April back into their little throuple, since Nick can't contact April any other way. Just seems like a very Nick move to go and stalk the place where he had his former drug whore branded with a tattoo in the hopes that she would be there again. If you agree with this theory, press 2. I think this is a fun one. I like this one. That's my headcanon. Now, moving over, we got Doompill over on Twitter, and he says that Scarlett has, this is her, obviously Scarlett's her stage name, Scarlett Hampton appears to have immediately made bail and not currently in police custody. So she was arrested like a couple days ago, and at the time, everyone was wondering if Ralph just straight up murdered her, which I didn't think was the case, but it was kind of a fun little theory. I was like, all right, that's very fun. She's like disappeared for 3 days. She's clearly terminally online. How could she not be posting? Well, it's because she was in jail. She got arrested of having, I think, 28 grams of cocaine, which obviously put Nick to shame because he only had, 26 or something? Terrible. But she's made bail. I think it was like $30,000 bail. So she probably paid 10% of that, $3,000. But she's not in Minnesota, so she could be in trouble because apparently there's some other states actually prosecute people that get arrested. That's crazy. Now, Nick was obviously very concerned about the safety of random skinny blonde women who look like crack whores. So he was talking about this in his either locals or one of the Dabbleverse Discords. I'm not sure. Is she still alive? I heard Ralph is back in Mexico. I legitimately think she may not be. Oh no. Somebody save her. Because no one has heard from her at all. Oh no. She's not responding to Rekieta's DMs. You know what's really silly is that you have these people like Rekieta and Jeremy who are messaging all these women that aren't their wives. And then when you point this out and say that it's weird, they're like, well, it's just having friends and stuff. I just like her because she's a person, That's what they say. But it's the only reason that Nick even talks to her is because she is a porn star or she was a porn star. And I think he even mentioned this later when he gets to his video, which is very strange. But that's I don't know why they can't see this. The only reason he interacts with this woman at all is because she was getting blacked on the regular on camera. Now, Nick was very, very quick to rush out his 1 hour long YouTube premiering my video on Scarlett Hampton around 5 p.m. Central on YouTube. Come watch. Now, this was a YouTube premiere, which is a weird thing for him to do, because why would you just stream this? If it takes an hour to record and upload, why not just stream it? Now, it didn't do very well because people maybe the only really advantage to premiering a video rather than just making a video public is that you can get chat interactivity and super chats. But if we go over to Playboard, apparently it only made $5 in super chat revenue. And I think this is less than 10,000 views total. So it's he made maybe $50 on this. But it's a bit of a weird thing to put out. I guess because he's an expert, but it's just totally pandering to the Dabbleverse. I think that's the entire point of this. And there was a few fun memes we had on the farm saying, trial streaming, legal analysis, political commentary, I sleep. Blonde whore arrested? That's some real shit. Now, even people in Nick's own audience, because Nick likes to pretend that his channel is just the legal stuff and all of the drama happens on the other Dabbleverse adjacent streams. So some people are rightfully asking, who the fuck is Scarlett Hampton? A former adult actress. Who is Scarlett Hampton? Nobody knows. Nobody cares about this. Come on now. Now, Nick has been if you've been wondering what Nick's been up to, maybe he's been working hard on the 5K locals gift or something. I mean, it's right around the corner. 2 more weeks. Trust the plan. All that. He's just posting. He's just going fucking insane and like these wee. He's just wee posting in like, I guess, anti-Aaron discords. I don't know. Now, Scarebro posting saying, earning an income that can sustain a family of 7 isn't Rekieta's highest priority. You know what gets Nick to actually make content? Simping for another woman that's loose and easily plied with drugs. Kind of gets the old noggin jogger. Now, this is very true. Nick has talked about the virtues of using cocaine to get women to sleep with you. And if a woman has more cocaine than Nick had himself, then she's just the perfect catch, I suppose. Now, Ralph had something to say about this. This is the biggest simp video I've ever seen in my life. There's also a fun little one from Ralph, actually. You can see here. Kill stream. You can't cheat an honest man. Live tonight. And look at this. You've got Rekieta in his Baldo bunker. I just wanted to show this because I like this image of the rat. He's got his little glasses on. Oh, he's so adorable. Look at him. Little Rekieta. Let's see those like dancing rat emojis over on Kick. There it is. I knew someone would post it as soon as I showed this. There you go. I love that little guy. Look at him go. Look at him go. Now, something mysterious is happening in the Rekieta verse, and that is that Nick has deleted or had banned an unknown amount of videos from his channel on the 26th of July. 313,000 views were removed. Using the archiving YouTube search for Rekieta Law, we can now discover what is missing. Perhaps he's trying to hide something from Double A Ron. Now, what do you think is going on here? Now, I think there was another theory that so these are the what is Nick deleting videos for? Now, of course, sometimes you get them removed from like copyright claims and things, and apparently one of these did have a copyright claim on it. But if we look at some of the video titles that were found to be removed, because everything's archived, like you can't hide shit these days. There's like every transcript for every YouTube video is still available, even if you private or delete videos. So it's very silly to do this if this is for legal reasons, which is what some people are assuming that he's up to. Now, here's the name of some of the videos that have been deleted. Peacock and Drex, is Nick even alive? That's actually a good question that's relevant today. This is from 6 years ago. Sophie Long's father, Michael Long speaks. Live, Big Brain on big legal topics. Josh and Peacock join me to discuss Twitch lawsuit. Real Law explains defamation, part 1. Now, there's kind of it looks like most of these, or at least 3 out of 5 of these, have Mr. Peacock on it. And if you remember, Mr. Peacock was, actually, I like Mr. Peacock. He was an interesting guy. He was like a lawyer with a mustache, and he would come on to Nick's Big Brain panels, but he got a real job, and then he stopped showing up. So I think like the most charitable interpretation of this is that Peacock reached out and said, look, I've got a real job now. Can you please unlist all of the videos that have me on it because of your drug association? I don't want to lose my job or something. But some people are saying that he's trying to hide everything that like makes him look hypocritical. Because like Josh, I assume this is Kiwi Farms Josh. And obviously Nick is very much a Josh detractor at this point. Now, some of these, there's also a few other kind of crazy things about this, which is, this is a post by Rekieta AI on the Kiwi Farms. It does look more and more like Nick Rekieta was hiding the videos due to statements that could have been made that could damage his lawfare against Aaron. One of the deleted streams, he talks about drugging one's kids with Benadryl, NyQuil, and whiskey. That's a very weird thing to say. I mean, I can understand Benadryl and NyQuil, right? Like that's like a recurring joke with parents. But like whiskey? That's like some Meet the Fockers shit. Now, Nick's own mother made him a wine baby, which is when you drink a glass of wine a day to try and make your baby a genius when it's an embryo or something. But it only works for men apparently. And this is just some French like nonsense science. So they're really playing fast and aloof with the Rekieta's family over there. Another element is that they all featured Peacock, who stopped being an internet person when he got a public-facing job. Maybe people started questioning the association with alleged child dosing cuck and asked Nick to take them down. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know your theories in the chat. We'll say vote 1, he's trying to get rid of it because Mr. Peacock asked. Vote 2, it's because he's trying to get rid of everything that makes him look hypocritical, like agreeing with Josh, talking about illicit clips, those sort of things. And vote 3, if it's because of his mysterious child dosing antics. Interesting stuff. Now it gets worse. It gets worse for the Rekietas. We have a return of an old superhero, the Minnesota Public Records. Now, what's been happening in these cases against Double A Ron is that they've been trying to find like this new lawyer, but they can't find anyone to defend them. And they've been putting out these little snippets over on Twitter and like into these like Dabbleverse discords. Their mouthpiece Moody is like posting these things out, but they're only showing what they want you to see. So Minnesota Public Records decided to come out and post everything, all the details. Now, we're not going to go through all these documents today. There's a bit of a summary here. We have, of course, Scarebro is a fantastic page if you want to follow updates on the Rekietaverse. Courtesy of Public Records, Minnesota Public Records, our wife, Kayla, has filed pro se. Oh, no, wait a minute. Now, wait, let me see if I can actually find the screenshot of it where it says that. So this is in, yeah, there you go. Kayla Rekieta pro se. They can't find a single lawyer to take their case. They're such obnoxious, annoying, broke people. Oh, well, thank you. That they can't find anyone. Now, Nick has said that this is Kayla's lawsuit. It's not his. He's not pulling them up, the puppet strings or anything. He's a good boy. He didn't do nothing. But like, then who's writing it? Kayla's not using Grok to write these lawsuits herself. It's just Nick ghostwriting. Unbelievable. Now we see, let's see, where is it? So these are putting together very nice documents requesting the legal documents regarding Aaron's ex-wife, restraining order against Aaron, Aaron's recent criminal case, Aaron's HRO case against Nick, and HRO case against Melton. Furthermore, our wife, without any help from her cuckold, he has requested that the hearing on August the 24th not be allowed to be viewed publicly via Zoom, citing my kids. The HRO petitions have already been obtained and disseminated on social media by independent parties who are not part of their case. So he's trying to cuck the content. That's what's happening. He's trying to cuck the content and show you a little sliver so that he can try and endear himself and ingratiate himself into the Dabbleverse tards who only care about seeing Aaron get destroyed because he's a bad man. Like, I still don't understand why Aaron is so interesting to them. I think that he's only really interesting insofar as how he relates to being the spaghettio master in the Rekieta household, but it is what it is. Yes, I'm being forced to eat sandwiches by Big Girlfriend. She's forced me to go to Disneyland, and now she's forcing me to eat. I can't be working under these conditions. I'm trying to do a serious show here. Well, I mean, that's very charitable to say serious. She's not actually big though. She's very thin. All right. I think that's kind of the extent of the Rekieta stuff. But there was I'll read what Minnesota Public Records had to say. Let's see. To any extent that Nick may have had anything to do with creating or coordinating such releases to revel in all the attention while hypocritically urging everyone to respect his slatternly puppet's privacy. I mean, I just love the language used here. The prevailing thinking was never interrupt your enemy while he's making a mistake. Besides, it's more interesting to pick apart which things were selected for his PR team to hide from the dabblers. That is true. It is very interesting to see what they've released and what they've hidden from these documents. Like how the record only reflects that the attorney Kayla attempted to retain turned down the case over conflict check, contrary to Moody's source claim that each of the two different approach attorneys independently turned down due to fear of being harassed. This is what they're claiming, is that they can't find an attorney because, I don't know, I guess Aaron's going to harass them or something. Or how a stalwart advocate for court transparency like Nick Rekieta is once again filing, via obvious ghostwriting, a written request that the judge cuck the content, or how that request was also denied in part. In how Melton has hired a real actual licensed doctor this time to support yet another written request to keep his case on perpetual hiatus rather than fight for vindication in the First Amendment rights like he promised. Why would they even bother leaving out any of this? It's true. So Melton's hiding from the toe. The Rekietas are either broke or nobody wants to work with them. And they're trying to hide you from seeing the Zoom meetings. You wouldn't want to see a Stoney's commercial during a court hearing or something over in Minnesota. But we'll have to see how this goes. I guess we've got like a couple of weeks before it'll turn out. I think that everybody kind of claimed that, or made the assumption that Aaron would lose this court case. Nobody thought that this would stick once it got to court. But now it's been going for over a year, which I think is longer than the duration it was supposed to be in the initial time frame. Somehow. So by Nick meddling in all of this nonsense, he's somehow made a month-long Don't Talk About Aaron into a 1 year ongoing litigation where he can't get anything solved. It's very funny. But everyone assumed that this would resolve in the Rekieta's and Melton's favor because, you know, it's an HRO that was filed by Aaron. So who cares? They're just talking about him in Vegas or something. It's weird, but it's maybe not criminal or anything, whatever like that. It's seeming more and more likely that it's going to be another win for the toe out of somehow. I don't know how this works. Like, this is just like some crazy shit. All right. I think that's the extent of the Rekietas for today.
Another win for the toe. Another win for the toe. Steve Bennett's another win for the toe. It's going to be another win for the toe.